Absolutely. They think the videos are funny and they think that they're interesting.
Yes, I have.
I have not taken a CPR class.
I took it at Camp O'Malley with young Marines. It was a lot different. We did actually a lot more of the hands-on work than a lot more online. For this we did watch all the videos, but in this we did it a group setting where we watched the videos, and then we actually set up a scenario for like the bleeding control and whatnot.
I have not. So a few months ago, all of the health teachers in GRPS got together and just decided this would be a really cool thing to do. So this is my first year actually even teaching health. So it's kind of brand new, the whole process. So teaching health and teaching CPR, and the kids are really engaged in it and really love it. So it's been just really good overall.
Yes. And typically they're just like another class.
I have a difficult time with learning online, and well, I thought this was actually kind of easier. It was really strange because sometimes I just don't get it, but this course helped me understand a lot.
It's kind of normal because of because of the schooling that I do, watching a video and then taking a test.
Oh, the online videos prepared me, like getting me ready to do the real thing.
It was a little tricky at first. I think for me, you know, I'm the administrator and the educator, and then I kind of got on as a student and just kind of played around a little bit. So there was, you know, a little bit of difference in each of them, but after you kind of got the hang of it and signed in as a student and kind of played around, it was really easy to catch on to. You know, having the lungs, I guess, just making sure that you're prepared and ordering everything, ordering the cards, ordering the lungs kind of before you get started. But otherwise, it was pretty simple after you know, played around with it for a few minutes, and I'm not, you know, real tech savvy either. So it's easy, you know, after you play around and just kind of do that.
The videos on how they broke it down, like they explained it first and then they showed you an example. I thought that was helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. The feedback from the kids are that they really like it. A lot of them were really excited about doing the hands-on portion. You know, they kind of get a little nervous when you're testing them, but after doing it for, you know, a few days and doing the checklist themselves and having me go around and make sure that they're doing things properly, and then when they find out that you're kind of doing it in a group, you know, they kind of get a little bit less nervous, and they're like, okay, well, you know, I have my friend by me, and so that kind of comforts them, I think, a little bit with the testing. But yeah, if I teach health again next year, then I'm definitely gonna make sure that I do this again. And even with my kids from last semester walking past my classroom, some of them have stopped in and said, hey, how come we didn't do this last semester? I want to do this. And I'm like, well, I just got trained a couple months ago. So they're, you know, whining and saying, I can't believe that you didn't get to do this with us. So I think the whole school has been kind of talking about it a little bit too, so that's really encouraging.
My favorite subject would have to be the bleeding. I don't know.
The AED, because I've run into a lot of situations where it can be useful, but no one's ever knows how to use it.
Like when they're choking on something, like the babies when you gotta smack their back. But at first I was like, how are you supposed to be smacking their back? Like they only infants. I was scared, like how you could break their back.
Hands-only CPR. Because I don't have a face mask and I don't know where to go get one at.
I was a little iffy about that too. Like, what if somebody cough up like something and it goes in my throat?
I enjoyed the parts of the CPR, like when we use the dummies.
What we did in our class is we watched the videos as a class and then talked about it. And then we did a checklist, so they were working in small groups and then doing a hands-on portion. And then after a few days, I would bring laptop cards in, and then they would, if they wanted to go back and watch the video again, if they missed something, then they could do that. Otherwise, they just went on with the training questions, and then so we would just do that back and forth, watch the videos of the class, and then do some hands-on, and then bring the laptops back in, and then they can do individual-based.
It would have been useful for me because I cut my finger open and I didn't even know what to do.
Yes, I feel that the CPR class has been helping me a lot. Now I'm pretty sure I could do something if I need to.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the kids have even talked about how, you know, their grandparents or their parents have problems, so this is kind of a really cool thing. And obviously it's real life, so it's kind of cool just to have them do something that they might possibly, you know, get into a situation to do. They've talked about going out and buying pocket masks and having things prepared in their car and different things like that. So they're really taking it to heart, I think, and you know, applying it to real life.
I feel it's prepared me a lot, and I feel I could confidently do it in case of an emergency. I don't know, I just feel like I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
But I'd be like a little like shocked to do it, but I have to, like, cause I would think of like after it happens or something wrong happened, I think back to like I could have helped or I should have helped.
Yeah.
I would not put, or I wouldn't just put my mouth on nobody's face. Like just like a way I know I'm safe.
Yeah, I guess maybe reach out to other teachers too. Like I talked with a teacher in our district that kind of already went through it, and you know, it's just kind of a trial and error thing, and just kind of get the things that work for your class and things that wouldn't. You know, for our class here, it's better to, you know, do it as a group and making sure that kids stay on task. For other classes, it might be better for them to do it on an individual basis. So I guess just deciding what's best for your kids and for your classroom, and then just going on the dashboard and just kind of, you know, playing around with it, you know, a week or two ahead of time and making sure that you have all your ducks in a row before you get started, just so it goes smoothly. But otherwise, you know, that I guess is the biggest thing, maybe communication, and just making sure that, you know, maybe you talk with other teachers and figure out what worked with them, and then you just, you know, assess your students, and you should know what's best for your kids. So then just take it from there.
Yeah, it could be quite useful. I mean, what if you're in a restaurant one day and you see this person choking and you don't know what to do, and no one does, and this person dies?
I do believe it should, and I also believe it should be combined with the basic first aid class as well.
At any time, CPR can be needed. Burn yourself, you choke, cut a finger, trip down this flight of stairs, heart attack, stroke. The list goes on. But it's needed at any time.
Yes.
You know, I think that is a good topic to discuss. I know there's a lot of things that we have to implement, you know, to kind of fit it all in that we're required as a state, but I think that that's definitely something that the kids should go through. Absolutely. It couldn't hurt for them to do it. It doesn't take a lot of time, and I think that, you know, the more you do something, you know, the more comfortable you get with it, and then maybe that would help the statistics of people stepping in and actually doing something if a problem were to occur.